29th of April 2024. This is again one of that, it is time. Skidmarks of mine. And this one is one that can upset a lot of people. But that is what I have to do. I have to try and let people see what is going on. The word evil is used very casually by many people in many instances. But if you read the Bible properly and focus, you will see that evil is a reality. And this earth, Satan, was given dominion on this earth. And the problem that we have, and that is for the conservative boere, very applicable. Many of them, I would say most of them, do not realize that the spiritual realm is a reality. It's real, like this room that I'm sitting in. They also tend to make references to the spiritual world off with remarks like the spook stories, ghost stories, and shit like that. But they seem to be disconnected to that reality, that we have seen the power of God in our own country. And the most prominent one was at Blood River. But let's talk about the evil. People don't see the evil for what it really is. They don't see it for the evil that it is. They try and explain it in human terms and so. But the fact of the matter is, the evil spirits are openly moving amongst us and doing things through their humans that they have possessed. They do it to us. Think about the pestilence. That was pure evil. Many scientists and doctors and ordinary people with common sense warned about the dangers of that thing. Yet people fell for the slogan, it's for the greater good. And they took this shot. What is worse, many people coerced friends and family into going down that road. And today, nobody can dispute it. It was, for many people, fatal to take it. And I want to give that little Hitler down in Cape a special mention in this, for the effort that he and the DA party put into getting our children bitten by that snake. The special offers they offered them, the mental distress they put them through, telling the children that they will be killing their grandparents. Cock like that. That is pure evil. Now, I have said it many times. I do what I do under guidance of the Holy Spirit. I tell you the things that I know that I must tell you without fear. I take the shots from the people for what I'm saying with a smile. I don't give a shit. They can say what they like. Go and look through my comments on my videos and you will see some really unhinged people there. But that doesn't bother me, because my mission is to tell you what I see. My mission is not to make you do the right thing. That is your own choice. But like with everything in this world, choices. You have the freedom of choice. But you must never forget, every choice has consequences. You must be willing to live with the consequences of your choice. If you choose not to vote, you must live with that consequences. Because by not voting, you are giving the opposition more power. That is what you are doing. And there's a lot of people that try and justify that choice. But they cannot get away from the consequences of that choice. Consequences is there. More seats to the opposition. And that is what it is. And our country is in dire straits because of evil. Look at the leadership. Look at the leadership and look carefully. If you have the spirit of discernment in you, you will see the evil. You just look at that face and you know evil, evil. I'm not going to put up images of the evil around us because obviously they will really try and fuck me up if I do that. But what you must do is pray to God, beg for the spirit of discernment. Then you will see the evil. You will see it immediately. But that is a gift from God. That is a power that God gives you. You must go and ask Him for it. Then you will be surprised. The leadership is one thing, but look at the government officials. Look at them. You see them on the TV, on your screen, on your phone or what. Look at those faces. Those people has only got one mission, and that is to destroy. And they are very successful. The day that prayer was banned from Parliament and this traditional four singers and shit was implemented, that was the day that South Africa turned its back on God. That was the day. And we are paying for that foolishness. But the evil fuckers, they are smiling broadly because they are destroying lives at a rate that was unimaginable. What they did to the nation during the pestilence, forget the people they killed, forget the people that are still going to die, forget about that. The lives and livelihoods that were destroyed, that is what you should weep for. The thousands of small businesses that were destroyed, and with it the millions of job opportunities, and then following on to it, the millions of families that were put into desperation. That is how fucking evil they are. But you must understand, they get their instructions from their master, Satan. Satan. That parliament sitting there, that 400 seats, all of those are in service of Satan. All of them. And they are focused on destroying people and destroying lives. Now we've got an election coming. I don't know whether we're going to have one. But, and you must listen carefully to what I'm going to say now. Just listen carefully. God is a God of miracles, of wonders. But He needs a vehicle. He needs a vehicle. I've told the story about the guy that was sitting on his porch while the water was coming up to flood his house and didn't take a lift in the boat that came past because he said God will provide, and then eventually the water is higher and he's on his porch veranda roof and another boat comes by and they refused to take the boat because he said God will provide, and eventually landed on the ridge of his roof. Now South Africa is on the ridge of that roof. What happened to that man on the ridge? The floods took his house away and he drowned. And when he came to the pearly gates, he was very upset. And he complained, said, I was a good Christian and I believed God will provide. And why did He not provide? I drowned. And the angel looked him up and down and said, how many boats did you expect we should send you? How many boats? South Africa is on that ridge. And there's one boat, the last boat. And in that boat is a crew that were willing to take on that watery mass to go and save you. They knew it would be very dangerous for them to go and save you, yet they did it. That Satan-infected parliament, we need a boat in there, and a few people rose up, built the boat, and launched him. Now it is for you to get into that boat. And that boat is #Hope for SA. I'm not going to talk about any other party now, only about them, because they are committed Christians. They are committed to be servants of God. They understand the principle of good custodianship. They are spirit-filled people. But they launched the party 4 months, 5 months before the election. Everybody said, you're stupid to do it. It can never work. But they did it. Just like Noah built the ark. Everybody said he was stupid, but he built it. And you can go and read the story about Noah. #Hope for SA built the boat. But that boat needs to get into Parliament so that God can do what needs to be done there. You, as a Christian, has the responsibility, yes, a responsibility, to get that boat in there. Show this satanic world that we live in, this Satan-infested government that we have. He is in full control there. Show him that we believe in a living God, a God of wonders. Send that hope, #Hope for SA boat in. Those people who are willing to take on the risk of going into that viper's nest. All they need is that boat must be floated into that viper's nest. And you are the one that can help float that boat in. Prove to the Satan that we believe in God, and we will take the opportunities that he presents to us. We will take the boat that he sends. Everybody said they were stupid to launch a new party 4 months before the election. Show them that God knows best. Support those people that were willing to raise their hands and say, I will serve. Support them. This is our last chance. I don't want to sound like a, what do they call it, a fatalist. This is our last chance. The country has been fucked beyond repair. Talk to any academic and he tells you that government structure can never be repaired. The civil service cannot be repaired within 30, 40, 50 years. It cannot. Things has been destroyed and broken beyond repair. But yet, with God nothing is impossible. The fact of the matter is, anything is possible with him. But you, don't come with your clever stories about you don't vote for this or that or what, and voting is a waste of time. And I did that interview with Richard Botha last night, and I said it in the interview that he is actually sabotaging my mission with his attitude towards don't vote. But I took it. I had to show you how some people see this. But the fact of the matter is, that boat needs your vote to get into that Satan's nest, that safe harbor that they have there. That boat needs to get in and blow that safe spots to pieces. It cannot destroy the evil if it cannot get into the harbor. So, for once, vote with your heart and vote with your conscience. Give God the glory. Take the boat, go in. You don't understand the evil that you are dealing with. Look at what they are doing to black children. Look, they opened the gates with this Breed for Bucks program, that SASA breeding program, and they bred over 20 million humans. 20 million with zero future. They knew from the word go that people will not have a future. But they went ahead and bred them. So there's over 20 million young people, bad education, basically no skills, unemployable, and no employment opportunities for them. In other words, no future. Does those breeders miss a minute of sleep about it? No, because those lives are expendable to them. And we can already see how many of them commit suicide out of desperation. Does that evil Satanists in government care about that? No. They keep on destroying whatever is left. So, I'm going to conclude now. You must not underestimate evil. It is among us. It can be standing across the counter from you. Pray for God to grant you the spirit of discernment, that you can see Satan when he presents himself, that he does not fool you with a job offer. He does not fool you with a career opportunity. He is everywhere, and he's ruthless and has no mercy. But yet, you can come in my comment section on my videos and give me a long story of why I'm stupid to think voting will help. It is the only thing that we have today, politically, at our disposal. But we have to use it, and you can only use it by voting. Give the soldiers of God the opportunity to be transported into that viper's nest. They were willing to take the mission. You must get them in there. If you don't get them in there, they cannot fight the evil. Then you must not complain if the evil devours you, because there was an opportunity to get God's soldiers into that nest, and you did not take the opportunity. Think about this. Pray about this. That's all you can do. I don't want to sound like a preacher. You guys know me. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a missionary. I'm just bringing you the facts. But I had to bring this one loud and clear, because there are still many people that come into the comment section on my videos about voting, and with their holier-than-thou attitude try to explain to me, there's one guy that always against me, and he is jubilating about what Richard said. I don't care. It's his fucking life. It's not mine. But the fact of the matter is, it is all that we have. This is our last chance. There's no real logical reason that can make me believe that South Africa can basically outlast the year. We're on the verge of total collapse. Those fucking Satanists are burning diesel, horrendous amounts, to keep the lights on, purely for the election. The day after the election, they're going to hit us with load shedding like you cannot believe. Mark my words, that is what's coming. They have fucked Eskom up, and they do not listen to the people that know how to do it. The only way to save the country is get those Satanists out of power. We have a problem. A large portion of the voters are not Christians. But don't let that influence your vote. You don't know what can happen to that voter when he's in that booth. What will guide his hand? You don't know. But let me tell you, the God that I serve can surprise us all. Just go and do your part, and do it for your children and your grandchildren. Give those men and women that raised their hands and said, we are willing to go and fight. Give them the opportunity to get into the ring, because it is you that will bring them into the ring or keep them out of the ring. Think about this and never forget, evil is around us. This is the world. This earth was given to Satan. Don't forget that. We have to fight him, or he will devour us. Please give me a like and a subscribe and share the thing.